Aloha, my name is Richard Kraft, and today, my dear listeners and friends, I would like to share and open to this incredible period all of the earth is entering. And this is the age of Aquarius. Some of you may know that our solar system within the Milky Way galaxy revolves around the galactic center, that this movement, seen from the elliptical wobble of the Earth, creates the recession of the vernal equinox. In other words, during the spring equinox, the position of the astrological sign rising on the horizon at sunrise recedes 1 degree every 72 years. We have named this movement the recession of this vernal equinox and the age of the particular sign it is in. Most of you know that at the time of the birth of Jesus, our earth entered fully into the age of Pisces. Now, more than 2,000 years later, we are entering a new age, the age of Aquarius. We, all of humanity, are living a very significant time period. From the middle of the 18th century until this present time period we are in, there has been a geometrical acceleration of human consciousness that is unprecedented in our evolution. The assimilation and comprehension of this is another question. And it is this that I would like for us to open our hearts and our minds to receive. Several questions come up that I would like to ask. The first, where is our consciousness in relationship to this great change of ages? This question brings us face to face with our own personal evolution during this incarnation. The second, how do I want to participate in this change? That is our relationship to the collectivity, to the community of other souls in which we've incarnated with. And the third question is, what is this new impulse coming from the universe that is different from the preceding age of Pisces? In other words, what is the age of Aquarius offering all of humanity? Now, this question shows us that all the earth is one being, and each person is a cell in this universal being of the earth, evolving on its own journey, its own soul journey. Please note, all the different approaches of astrology, whether they be Western, Vedic, sidereal, have one fundamental element in common. We are perceiving the universe from the earth, even though we know on the physical material plane that the earth revolves around the sun. In the astral plane, in which the soul journeys, this geocentric viewpoint is necessary to fully comprehend the incarnation of the soul. To enter more deeply into responding these three questions, I would like to introduce a small book written on astrology that is, in its presentation and content, an extraordinary opening to begin a journey into the principles and applications of the science of astrology for the new age of Aquarius. This book is entitled The Zodiac, the Key to Man and the Universe. It is written, or the proper word would be compiled, from improvised lectures given by the spiritual teacher and master, Omran Mikhail Ivanov, from the period of 1938 through 1985. Since his lectures were given in French, the word man implies the two genders in the French language when utilized in this way. Already in this title, we see the two cosmic principles, the macrocosmos, in the word universe, this immensity of galactic proportions, and the microcosmos, man, the reflection of this immensity in form. We see that Omran Mikhail Ivanov utilizes the relationship between the zodiac, immense galactic constellations, and the word keys. In other words, the astrological signs are portals that we can open to receive the infinite energies of the creation in which our existence evolves. Just the title illustrates the vast horizons to discover within astrology for the age of Aquarius. So, as we reflect upon the three questions I proposed at the beginning of this offering, in the light of this title of the book on astrology, one can go more deeper into the journey of our life within this immensity of the universe. One can begin to understand that to cultivate this relationship is extremely important. And to do this, one needs a methodology that will show us where the keys are and how to utilize them consciously in our daily lives. Omran Mikhail Ivanov said that all his lectures have one common goal: to assist every human being to solve, resolve, and triumph over the challenges and difficulties that each one finds on their path. He places an importance on the diversity of the human experience and the necessity of having methods adapted to this time period in which the soul is evolving. One may ask, why astrology? Why will this bring me closer to understanding myself and the universe in which I live in? In some other lectures, Omar Mikhail Ivanov said that to assist human beings in their evolution, the spiritual hierarchies gave 4 esoteric sciences that serve as pillars for the spiritual quest each one is undertaking during their incarnation on earth. These 4 sciences are the Kabbalah, astrology, magic, and alchemy. Omran Mikhail Ivanov was an astrologer and studied astrology from a very young age. 2 of his last lectures that are extremely important for our present-day evolution were named the Eagle and the Scorpio, which brought to light the personal and universal transformations that are necessary for the astrological sign of Scorpio, and the New Jerusalem, in which he spoke of the 12 precious stones connected to each astrological sign as the foundation for the temple of the New Jerusalem descending upon all humanity. Astrology brings us face to face with the cause and consequences in our lives. That there exist causes for the events in our lives. It supports us in becoming responsible for our present actions. For we know that what we seed will become exactly that. We reap that which we sow. It enables us to change how we relate to our life experiences, knowing that we cannot change our past, yet we are all powerful in the present moment to create our future. Astrology enables us to develop the different centers that are waiting to be awakened so that we can consciously participate in the transformation that all humanity is undergoing. Astrology supports us to live in a universe in which intelligent, loving beings co-create with creation and enable us to nurture this extraordinary link between God and our higher self. I would like to propose to listeners of this brief introduction an in-depth study of this book, The Zodiac, The Keys to Man and to the Universe, by Omram Mikhail Ivanov. You can obtain this book at Prosveta Editions. This study will be alive, utilizing the principles brought forth in this book, seeing them in the light of the 3 questions I proposed at the beginning of this offering. During this study, I will provide some basic understanding of astrology. For many who I met that have read this book, did not have the necessary tools to apply and connect this wisdom into their lives. For anyone interested in going deeper into the science of astrology, this book is essential. It is very important to add the following. In all his lectures, Omram Mikhail Ivanov presented the union of spirit and matter. He said that creation emanated from the God-Goddess source and began its descent into physical form. This he called involution. Matter received this emanation and as it became able to integrate more and more of this essence of spirit, of creation, matter became more and more complex and organized. He called this evolution. In his book on astrology, the reader is constantly in the midst of these 2 great forces of involution and evolution. Astrology is alive, filled with the most subtle and creative energies of creation. These energies are being received by all of nature, including human beings, that are constantly evolving and changing. Like mathematics, in which certain principles are constant, how a human being utilizes these principles are infinite. It is from this perspective that I invite the reader to plunge into this fantastic universe that Omram Mikhail Ivanov offers. Of course, I could speak for hours on what is contained just in the first chapter. Every human being has come from the immensity of the universe, in which the zodiac represents the limits, the perimeter of the circle of creation. This is our origin. The sole qualities that describe each astrological sign are just a reflection of their splendor. I would like to invite each one, as you gaze upon your astrological chart, you are seeing yourself within this immensity. We are all galactic beings, and to grow into this consciously is a gift beyond any measure. There are many approaches we can utilize for our time together. I feel 8 one-hour sessions would be a good balance. We can be flexible depending on the needs of the group and what is awakened during our study. I look forward to hearing from all the future astrologers and universal citizens to begin this journey together. One last comment. Omar Mikhail Ivanov said that in the future, astrologers will group together and they will offer readings for that each astrologer will be able to see this sacred relationship between a human being and the universe from a different perspective. Isn't this a great adventure to develop together? Our relationship to ourselves and creation, so that we can offer this to others. I thank you for spending time with me and listening to this. And may God bless you.